Hello everybody, I'm Don Counts and we're at Pebble Creek Golf Course with my friend Dan Holt. How you doing, my brother?
I'm doing great, Don.
Man,
how are you?
Great day for golfing.
Absolutely, yeah.
Last time we were here, the greens weren't green.
Exactly.
It was in the fall or in winter time, or late winter, I think it was. So you've done a lot of improvements out here. It's beautiful.
Yeah, well, I appreciate that, Don. We've got a really good team of people working with us here, and we've made several new hires this year to beef up our course maintenance, and they've done a really good job. The course looks better. I hear people tell me all the time, looks better than it's ever looked.
Yeah, it does look good. And do you ever take time to swing a few?
I can hit a few every now and then, yes.
That's good. Take the time to do that. Still flying?
Still flying a lot, yeah. In fact, I invited you earlier to go flying with me, so I'm looking forward to that.
That's right. We'll have to fly over the golf course.
Absolutely, yeah.
All right, well, let's talk a little bit about what we're going to do today. We've got some interesting things going on here. You have a golf pro on staff here.
We do. We have hired Damian Burns. He's a PGA pro, and he's been with us now for probably a month and a half or so, and he's done a lot of positive things for the course, so we're really excited about having him.
Well, we're going to ride around the course, and our hostess today is going to be Miss Drianne Newton. Tell about her.
Well, Drianne is of course, she's a former newscaster, and Drianne, I approached her back about maybe a half a year ago and asked her about the possibility of her becoming a part of our team.
Sure. And
she actually is our marketing director, and we're real proud to have her. Has done a really great job for us, and excited about the future with Drianne.
Yep. Well, anybody who knows you is probably one of the questions they want to ask you first. Have you bought anything lately?
Well, actually, I have, and we're looking forward to. And probably not very many people know this yet, but we're in the process of buying the Piggly Wiggly Shopping Center, and at this time it looks like that we're going to go in and operate that facility.
Wow!
So we're looking at doing a refurb on the building, and refreshing the place, and hopefully providing the fine folks of Lincoln County a good place to go shop in the future.
Park City needs that kind of thing in the south part of the county, so that's really good for you and good for that area for sure. And with sewer going out through there, there's no doubt that area is going to grow.
I think it will continue to grow, and it's a really a well-populated part of our county already.
Yeah. Well, we appreciate you giving us the opportunity to ride around the golf course on a beautiful day like today, and meet Damian and see how maybe get a few tips. It wouldn't hurt.
Well, he's given me a few tips, and it has helped me. So, of course, I know you'll get involved with that here in a little bit, but it's a pleasure to always have you come out, Don, and we thank you for all you do for Fayetteville and our whole community.
Thank you for all you're doing in our community, and if you ever need anything, let us know, and let's go flying soon.
All right.
And everybody on Fayetteville Public Utilities Channel 6, let's take for a ride and look around Pebble Creek Golf Course. All right, we caught up with my friend Drianne Newton. How are you?
Don, it is so good to see you.
Good to see you. Tell us what you're doing here at Pebble Creek and for Dan.
So I am the marketing director for Canteen Lincoln County Vending, and within that I am just bringing more awareness to all of the wonderful businesses owned and operated by Mr. Dan Holt. And Pebble Creek, obviously, one of the best. All of them are great, but such a beautiful facility here that I want Lincoln County and outlying communities to recognize what we have here. So I think you and I are actually going to take a little ride on a golf cart and see what the course has to offer.
Yeah, looking forward to the ride around Pebble Creek here, and then we're going to meet Damian, and you're going to talk to him, and we're going to learn a little bit of golf.
Okay, so I should preface this by saying, Don, that I have never even picked up a club.
Oh.
So I am hoping that Damian can at least instill within me the basics of golf. What about you?
Well,
you look like you can just wake up, roll out of bed, and hole in one.
No, Damian will tell us it's not that simple. But I'm looking forward to learning how to hold the clubs and do it right.
I think there's maybe a stance.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And maybe we can tell everybody how at the end of the show how they can hook up with Damian and learn
We've
more
got
about.
A lot of good stuff going on here today.
Let's take for a ride.
Let's get ready.
All right.
All right.
All right. Okay, Drienne, tell us a little bit about what we're seeing. It's beautiful out here.
Well, Don, first of all, I would like to say you are clearly feeling brave today, letting me drive you around. But that's good, that we're going to go slow. And you are right, this is a beautiful course. Now, again, I mentioned earlier I am a novice when it comes to golfing, but I think that for anyone, whether you are a pro or this is your first time out on our course, it's easy to see the greens are beautiful, and as Mr. Dan mentioned earlier, he has a very professional staff that maintains the greens daily, and we want to ensure that we have the best to offer here in Lincoln County and for anyone visiting us outside of the area as well.
With this many acres, it looks like acres and acres. It takes a lot of lawn mowing, looks to me like.
Yes, I think you spoke with the gentleman earlier. He gets here very early in the morning, brings his dogs with him, and he is here all throughout the day making sure that everything is in place, that the grass is well manicured. Now, Damien can probably tell us a little bit about this later, but I'm assuming that the grass has to stay at a certain consistency.
Sure.
So that, when folks are out here, it helps the balls roll easier.
Sure.
We're gonna find out more. Don't let me fool you into thinking that I know what I'm talking about.
Well, that's a good question. Definitely a good question to ask Damien. I'm surprised that you've lived here all your life and you haven't been able to come golfing.
Well, actually, I did grow up here, and I had the fortune of talking with you a few years ago, but
Yeah.
I just moved back to the area from Chattanooga, and so now that I am back in the community, I'm going to have to really utilize some of the wonderful things that Lincoln County has to offer, and this is first on the list.
You got to spend a lot of time at the fair. That was fun.
I did go to the fair. I was telling you the monster truck rally was my favorite part of the fair this year. If any of you folks out there in TV land weren't able to catch that event, I am hoping that can they see it on FPU, Don?
Yeah, some of it.
Well,
yeah.
they need to go check it out on your website because it was a sight to see.
The golf course is beautiful, and you can see we just mentioned there's probably a lot of mowing. There's a guy mowing now.
It is a full-time job, I would say, to make sure that the greens are well manicured here, and the maintenance and facility staff, they do a wonderful job. All right, we're here with Damien Burns, and Damien is actually a PGA professional. So Damien, it's so nice to get to be here with you today, and I'm looking forward to learning more about the game of golf. But I want you to tell the folks at home and that are watching a little bit about you and your title as a PGA professional.
Sure. Yeah. Well, the PGA of America is the kind of the forefront in golfing and the golf industry, running golf clubs. Well, I guess the possibilities are endless. Selling equipment, things
Sure.
like that. They are the leaders in that. We effectively run the game.
Right.
There are players of the game, and there are people that run the game. We run the golf courses. We do the dirty work, basically. But I love it, and there are plenty like me that love it too.
So I want to take you back. Talk to me about, I guess it was a school and more of like a training program that you had to attend, and this is where your Tiger Woods of the industry. Everyone starts out in a facility like this.
Well, it's a little bit different. The PGA of America, effectively, PGA Tour players are members of the PGA of America, and they play the game and get paid to do it.
Right.
For what we do, we have in Port St. Lucie is the headquarters for the PGA of America,
Mm-hmm.
and you go down there, you take your training, you do seminars, testing, all that good stuff.
Right.
It's effectively like college for golf professionals.
Right.
Some choose to do schooling along with it, some do it alone. I did it. I kind of invested myself fully into it. It took me about 5 years to make it through the program,
Yep.
Working as I did it, but it sure felt good when I got through. I've been a member now for about 5 years.
And so you mentioned that you have been at multiple golf facilities across the region, and you were telling me this the other day that Fayetteville, Lincoln County, Pebble Creek, really has one of the nicer facilities that you have seen.
Well, as far as greens go, absolutely. These they're top notch, and I think, unfortunately, maybe in the area people don't know that. It's maybe, there's been a reputation that greens come and go. It's a living, breathing thing.
Sure.
They were dead at one time. Dan's come in. He's done just a fabulous job getting this place together. The greens are near flawless, and people don't know that. That is what we're in the middle of trying to do right now. Let people know, get the exposure.
Absolutely.
If they come and see these greens, they will want to come back. It's guaranteed.
So aside from you running the clubhouse downstairs, you also offer your services as an instructor.
Absolutely.
Of sorts.
And
so you're going to be showing me a little bit about what you do as an instructor, but just tell our folks at home, for anyone who is wanting information, what do you do? Let's say I call you, I say I've got a child that I'm wanting or is wanting to get more involved in the game of golf, and you say, I can help you.
Absolutely.
What do you do with that person?
Well, when they call, we would, first of all, we discuss kind of what we would do, how it would go. A lot of times people are nervous and it's new to them. They don't know, it's different. It's not like going to the grocery store and buying groceries.
Right.
People don't know what to do. A lot of parents call in for their kids, I would try to get a little information about the kids. The main thing is interest for them.
Right.
Adults are already interested, but at that point we would set up a time, whatever works, for my schedule and for their schedule together. We make it happen, and then the lesson times vary. Sometimes it takes 30 minutes, sometimes it takes an hour and a half. We get the job done, and then they would leave at that point, practice what we worked on, and hopefully come back and do it again. And then try and play the golf course too.
And I feel like, we were talking about seasons of golf. We're kind of leaving the peak season going into the fall, but still a lot of great time and opportunity right now as the weather is cooling off for folks to come out here and enjoy the golf course.
Yeah, absolutely. I think coming up on the next month will be the best month we've had, seems like, all year. I know we've had so many hot days in a row. I'll be looking forward to it as I'm sure the golfers are as well. So we are offering a special till the end of the year, which coming into this next month where it is going to be cooling off, hopefully.
Yes.
That's really good.
Today.
But we'll get the show off the golf course and,
Yes.
and at a reasonable price, and that feels good for everybody, I think.
Absolutely. Well, I am going to step out of the way, and we're gonna let you show off a little bit. We're gonna let everyone see just what it is you do and how good you are at it. So tell us,
on
I
the
guess.
spot.
Yeah, we're definitely putting you on the spot. So tell us, we are at hole number
3.
Hole number 3.
It's a par 3 down the hill. It's the shortest hole on the golf course.
What? Are you sure, Damien? Because that looks pretty far away.
You definitely sound like somebody that hasn't played before.
Okay.
So this would be considered a short hole. We were expected to get it on the green in a single shot, and then 1 to 2 putts. 2 shots would be a birdie, and 3 shots would be a par.
But you're so good that you're going to shoot it and it's going to just land in the hole, right?
Well, that would be a 1 in a million, but that is the goal every single time.
I have faith in you, Damien. Okay, so let's see you work.
Let's be warned, I have not made a swing today.
Oh, he's just being modest. Okay, so where do I need to get out of your way?
Just anywhere right behind.
I feel like you need the best
Golfers are a little weird. They don't like movement and all that. It's such a hard game that if you have any distractions, it can be very difficult.
Pretend I'm not here.
Okay, so just go through my routine and everything.
Please do, yes.
Okay, Drienne, where are we heading now?
So now that Damien has shown us how talented he is going to attempt, and I use that word in the best sense, he is going to attempt to turn me into a golfer today. So we're following Damien. He's taking us to just another part of this beautiful course, and I'm going to try my hand at some putting, and we'll see how that goes.
Drian, it really is beautiful out here. It's amazing.
Well, I know the shot that you're seeing right now, I think is one of the more unique parts of this golf course. I don't know, how many courses around the area have something to offer like this. Look at that beautiful tree line in the back, and you're starting to see some of those fall colors coming in, and it just really is a sight to see while you're out here enjoying a game of golf. All right, Damien, now this is the ultimate test to see just how good you are as an instructor. I've gotten very serious. I've pulled my hair back. I am ready to learn how to golf.
Well, the good news here is this is about the easiest part to pick up, I guess, because
Okay.
it is such a short shot. That's not to say that it's easy.
Yeah.
But we picked you a nice straight putt here. I think I've got faith in you. I think you can get this one in. Let's talk about how to set up and some of the important things. There's a lot of stuff you can learn on YouTube and everything with the way
Yes.
the internet is now. You can learn a lot of the basics like that yourself. What I like to focus on is kind of the stuff that, the feelings and things that you can't quite see.
Need to limber up.
Absolutely. Well, we're not making a full swing, so it should be easy enough. Stand into this ball and let's see, and we'll get you holding it correctly.
What is this?
That's a putter. That is a putter.
This is a putter.
It's got very little loft on it, about 3 degrees, so the ball's going to roll. It's not going to go into the air.
How do I know that this is the good putter for me?
Well, there's so many different kinds, and it becomes a process. You want to first, you'd have to be, I guess, a golfer. You would have to know what kind of a stroke you like.
I am a golfer.
Well, we're about to make you a golfer.
Okay.
All right, so we want to hold it with your left as a right hand, the left hand on top.
I'm a right-hander.
Right, so that means your left hand will be on top.
Okay.
And the right hand just below it. We want to get the hands pretty close together.
Okay.
Now with putting, with the full swing, there's so many different ways. Let's say there's more options with putting. You can do it just about however you want to get it in the hole, but there are a few things that help.
Okay.
So you've got it good there. We're going to relax your arms, just let them hang. A little bit of bend at the waist. Yeah, now we're talking.
Okay, so feet together, knees together,
a little
or do
bit
I need to
apart.
stand?
We're just getting comfortable. You're standing so that you
Okay.
can be steady. You don't want to be moving around. Any little bit of movement really affects the putt, and
feel steady.
Yep, you look good.
Okay,
So
thanks.
Just a little bit of bend at the hip. Let your arms relax. With
I don't feel relaxed.
loosey-goosey there. So you get this in there nice and tight. Now we're looking better. Okay.
Okay.
So I'll just put the ball in front of the putter there for you. What I want you to focus on is not using your hands to hit the ball.
Okay.
We want to use the biggest muscles in your body. Those are these up here for your upper body. If we're making a full swing, you would want to use your leg muscles. So
Okay.
the biggest muscles, and they're going to hold the weight of the club. And they're actually what's going to swing the putter. If you use your hands and your arms, your forearms, stuff like that, it's very hard to control it to make sure it goes straight and the right distance.
I don't feel like I look natural here.
Well, it is your first time, so we'll give you a little bit of leeway there.
Okay.
I think if we roll a couple of putts, you'll get comfortable with
okay.
it in no time.
All right.
So just put the putter behind the golf ball, and we want to make sure that these muscles up here are the ones that are moving the weight of the club, and just whatever happens, happens. That's a pretty darn good first attempt.
Well, that's nice. Okay. So what did I do? What did I do wrong?
Well, the obvious, I guess, would be that it went too far. Other than that, not a whole lot wrong. I think it's just
put too much?
Just a little bit too much
Gusto.
swing. Yeah, we want a smaller one. These greens are very good. They're a little bit on the speedy side, so you wouldn't need a very long swing to make the ball go very far.
Oh, come on.
Well, the good thing about this is we get as many tries as you want.
Okay, this is going to be, if I don't make it on this one, we're going to move on to something else.
Let's take it like this. Let's stand back here for just a second, and let's imagine the ball rolling. We're just going to have it in our hand rolling. How much energy would it need to go that far, or maybe slightly past it if it missed?
Okay.
Kind of that feeling, and we'll use the big back muscles to move the club to get that same feel, that same visualization that you had of making the ball roll, about 6 or 7 feet here.
Okay. How close am I supposed to be here?
Just like that. That's
okay.
perfect. Much better. All right, so we go a little
Okay.
left. I mean, no big deal. That's stuff that you can learn in no time.
Now, okay. See, I feel like I'm wanting to go on to the big dogs. I want to do what you did earlier.
Well, there's
I want to just
there's a time and a place for that.
I want to knock it out of the park.
Absolutely, and that's what most people do. The hardest thing as a golf instructor, I would say, is trying to dial people back. They do. All you want to do is hit the ball as far as possible because it's very rewarding. Absolutely.
It is, yes.
But this stroke here counts just as much as that big long drive that you're talking about.
Yes.
And for that matter, this stroke here, to get it into the hole, counts the same. All of them are equal. They count for one stroke apiece, regardless of how far it's going.
Now, I had a question earlier. Does the height of the grass and the consistency, or greens rather, how does that affect how the ball rolls?
Oh, tremendously. We obviously we want.
So I wasn't too far off.
No, you've got the right idea. We want, you need a good root system, and you need basically a blanket of grass. If there are holes in the grass, if it's splotchy, if you will, then the ball's not going to roll very consistently. Obviously, these have very few imperfections. They've done an awesome job here, and these are going to roll pretty smoothly. The rest is just up to the player, isn't it, to get it going on the right line. Absolutely, and it's hard. You'll have for a 9-hole golf course to have all 9 greens looking like this is quite the task, and I mean they should be very proud of themselves because it's not common.
Well, we'll go back as far as the game of golf. Is it ever, I guess, too early to start learning, or as an adult, is there a point where you say, you're already getting into your 30s, you're probably
Right.
never going to pick it up. When is there a good or bad time to start learning if you really have an active interest in golf?
That's the beautiful thing about the game. It is a game for a lifetime, and you're not going to be able to go out and play football when you're 60 years old. And you can do that with this game, and even better, you can play with your grandchildren, and you all play together. It's an equal playing field. There's handicap systems in place. They've thought this through. This is the best game in the world, in my opinion, obviously, for those kinds of reasons. They can really bring families together, bring friends together. It's a great place to relax. If you allow yourself, some people can take it too seriously. I'm guilty of that. Yeah, absolutely. You were expecting to make it on your first drive there.
Right.
So.
I don't like to lose.
and a lot of people have that same kind of mentality, which is part of the fun, isn't it?
Right. It is. Well, very well said, Damien, and I appreciate you trying your hardest to help me, and I think I'm just going to have to sign up for a few more lessons.
How about we give it one more try?
Okay.
I think you can do this. It's a pretty straight putt, so same thing. We're just trying to roll it as if it was in your hand. The club head is an extension of your hand, and we're just trying to roll it into the hole. Oh, so close that time.
I'm the kind of golfer you don't want on your course. I'm going to end up,
No, and believe it or not, it's a very difficult game. Those are very good attempts for your first time.
Thank you. Well, I would have to equate it to your expertise, sir.
No.
Thank you so much. Well, Don, right now we are on the backside of the Country Club Estates, and what a view. Can you imagine being this homeowner right here, and you wake up in the mornings and this beautiful course is the first thing that you see. And I just feel like, again, we have so many wonderful features and unique attributes here at Pebble Creek, just something to offer if you are not so much of a golf pro like myself. You can at least come out here and enjoy the beautiful scenery and enjoy the nice weather that we are having right now.
Drienne, I am soaking wet.
Yeah, I thought that I was gonna go with the all white outfit and that might keep me cooler today, but that proved just to be, I think, a myth. I don't know if the all white outfit really did me much good, but we had fun though.
We did. We're out on the Lewisburg Highway. You got the Pebble Creek in the background there. It's a beautiful place, a beautiful course, and we've had a great day.
Absolutely, and you and I were discussing this earlier while we were riding around, but I don't know if many folks actually know that it is open to the public. This facility is open to the public, and now 7 days a week. Come out here, play a game of golf, head into the clubhouse, get a beverage, get a Coke, cool off, watch TV. It just really has something to offer for everyone. But that is something that we want to stress, that you are welcome here. We want the community to come out and join us here at Pebble Creek and see what all we've got. And so because of that very reason, Dawn, we've got a weekday special running from now through the end of the year. You can come here. $18 for 18 holes of golf, or $9 for 9 holes of golf after 2 p.m. So if you come after 2, $9 is all you pay, 9 holes of golf, and hopefully it won't be as hot as it's been today. I'm hoping that fall will finally arrive.
Yeah, it's coming.
But
it's coming.
this is just a beautiful place to be, and as I said, if you're not so much of a golfer, at least just come enjoy the beautiful scenery that we have to offer here at Pebble Creek.
Absolutely. And you know, being hometown folks like me and you, growing up, we this was members only sort of thing. So now you don't have to be a member. You come out, and $9 for 9 holes is cheap. $1 a hole.
You cannot beat that. And we want to thank Mr. Dan Holt again for all that he has done for this golf course and facility and keeping the greens as beautiful as they are. He's done a wonderful job here.
And for Fayetteville, Lincoln County.
And for Fayetteville as well. You are right. And Don, we thank you for all that you do, and thanks for joining us here today. You'll have to come out, and maybe you and I can play a game of golf soon. We'll see who's the worst.
We'll be lucky to get it. We'll be lucky to make a hole at all.
Absolutely.
But we'll have fun.
Absolutely. Thank you, Don.
Thank you.
Always good to see you.
Nice to see you. Drianne Newton here at the Pebble Creek Golf Course, and we appreciate you watching on Fayetteville Public Utilities Channel 6.